How's it going, guys? Um, Today we got some news. So today we got PCE, Canadian GDP, quarter over quarter, Canadian GDP month over month, year over year, month over month, and also jobless claims. So a lot of news today. These are where the liquidity is sitting at right now. I also drew up some levels on the higher time frame. If we look, we got 701, 7471, and 277, and then we also have the high 81, or we go back to all-time high as 140. These pretty much have confluence when it do the overall time frame. So overall time frame, we're pretty bearish, but we've been just consolidating right here. So I want to see what this PCE data comes out. Is it going to be a positive print or a negative print? That's why yesterday you didn't really see on the stream. Yesterday you didn't see too much movement, too much price action. And the only reason being is because most of them are waiting for what's going to happen today. Because you will definitely see a big move today. So I mean, the liquidity is sitting pretty good. I mean, they moved this down. It's still sitting at 880. It's still sitting at 860. They actually moved this down. So we're just playing between here. We did come up here and double topped in a sense right here at this level. So this is gonna be somewhere that I'm definitely gonna be looking at because we shorted from here. Around London. We shorted from here, came back up, retested this area again twice, couldn't break it, failed twice, rejected, came back down into this pretty much box. If you look, because we just been chopping sideways in this box. So are we gonna come back up, retest it, and then break through, or we're just gonna fade down from here and then just keep fading, sweep these lows, and then just keep coming down? Those are the two scenarios that I'm thinking of right now. There's a lot of bidders stacking up on this, but there's just not a lot of liquidity. I'm waiting for the data. Most of the data will start coming out. I mean, we got German right now that came out at 8 o'clock, and then 8:30 is when everything impactful is coming out exactly at 8:30. So you're gonna see a lot of price action between those. But you could, like yesterday, have a move that pretty much just is the move for the day. Tomorrow we'll be trading on a composition account on MFF, so I'll show you guys that. I'll document that along with this. I'll have one of these accounts passed, another one I'll have passed by tomorrow, and then we'll be running that. So then I'll be running 3 Topstep X accounts into funding. As you can see, they're trying to come down right now. They moved the liquidity down. So this top side, sell side liquidity sitting at, I mean, you got 2 shelves, but the heavier shelf is sitting at 77. Because you got a pretty heavy shelf sitting at 77, and you got a smaller shelf sitting at like 73, 74. And then you got the buy side liquidity sitting down at 57, 60. So still sitting at this level. ES. I don't really trade ES just because I feel like it moves slower. I feel like as you can see, if you look at ES just has been sideways. Like we've just been in this box. So we had some type of liquidation, came down, contracted, tried to expand, couldn't, failed, came back down into this box, tried again, failed again, then just shorted, and now we're just chopping. So are we going to keep coming down, or are we going to attempt the one last time? Because we pretty much came up here to this 86 level 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we'll see what really happens. So back to NQ. NQ's looking pretty good. I mean, that shelf is still there. I think it's some spoof orders because we did touch it right here, and as you can see, we did pull back from it, but they have their liquidity sitting over here at 80. and then buy side liquidity sitting at 62 now. So still playing in the zone. I want to see if we come down and sweep this bottom. This is the true question. Are we gonna sweep this bottom? Because if we sweep this bottom at this 846, if we look on the hourly, there's really nothing down there. Like we came down here at what 3 o'clock off that short, and yeah, they bid it. They bought it back. But if we fade this, we could possibly come back down into like this range, 70 the 84, and then if we don't hold it there, which is previous area support, resistance turns support now. If we do that, we could fade down to the 701, and then we could possibly fill all this, which would be that move on February 21st. So we'll see how this market prints. The hourly candle is trying to flip bullish, as you can see, but we just been sideways. Right, we haven't broke this range. We haven't gone below here, so bulls are trying to push this right now. They are trying to push this. This is VWAP. I switched to color because first I had it at purple, but I switched my candles to be purple, my down candles. So point of control is sitting here at this 72 range. So as long as we are above this 72, we are above point of control. So bulls do have this. The bears moved their liquidity up to 85. We got the orders now sitting at 85. And then 67 is that bottom. They are trying to push this. They're just running stops right now. So they're pretty much all these sellers, they just ran their stops. They just ran their stops. Can we come back up to VWAP, and are we going to test this 82? Like, what's going to happen at this 82? That's the question. Or are we just going to short from here again, just like this candle where we had that nice, crazy sell wick and just came back down? Because this is just box trading. Like, I don't trade any of this. I was talking about it yesterday. Like, how I do is I go like this. I usually go like right here to about here. This is all just in the box. Because every time we came out, we came back into it. Came out, came back into it, came out, came back into it. Watch. If this does not engulf this candle, you see? It's just printing back inside the box. We are on that line right now, 72. I want to see what happens on this line. Because this is point of control. So, bears are trying to flood it back underneath. Look at that. Yup, they're going to fade it. It's going to keep coming down. They'll possibly come back down to the 67 level. They just moved their liquidity down to 62. Because they possibly re-entered. So people who bought it off this, they re-entered here. They're just letting it slowly play around. Top side liquidity sitting at the VWAP. So I might take a short. I try not to trade any of this because, as you can see, it really doesn't move too much. Like, I'll just move, pull back, move, pull back, move, pull back. Like, it's just box trading. When it comes to this PCE data, I'm gonna stay light, just like I said, super light. Not really gonna go too heavy. 3 contracts is perfectly fine, just because with all the volatility, it's gonna you're gonna get possibly terrible fills, and then on top of that, you're gonna make money, but it's just gonna be very. We'll see what it does. With all the volume, it could pick one direction and then reverse, or if it picks a direction, it'll just go. Like it will go. But yeah. Is there any news tomorrow? That's pretty much that. Cause Biden, there's really nothing else that's red. Tomorrow, you have S&P PMI, and then the Michigan sentiment. So that'd be two, and that's pretty much that. So for the week, look at that. That top side liquidity is still sitting at 82, and they moved the bottom side liquidity to 65. So, which is these lows pretty much. Once we get a little closer, you'll see them start taking us out, and you'll just see, just like I said, you'll see price start moving crazy because there's now no volume. So wherever there's orders sitting, it's gonna just fill them. So hang on, guys. All right. Yeah, my bad. So they're trying to short this now. I mean, we got 9 minutes till newsprint. Moving this top side liquidity down to about 78. Actually, nope. They got it now at 80. Bottom side liquidity sitting at 62. So still got it within this box. As you can see, we really haven't gone out of it. I want to see if we can either come up here and just cook this, fade this, or are we gonna come up here, just grab this sell side liquidity and then just drop? That's the question. Or are we gonna just drop right off rip? We do got bulls stepping in. There is a lot of buy pressure stepping in, but I don't know. Truth test is, well, what is gonna happen? Look at the 30-second chart. So on the minute, as you can see, just been chopping. All right, we're gonna see what happens. I'm getting rid of these right now, just for the news event. See what happens. I'm looking. See if we come up to this top side, or are we gonna just fade it right off rip? So the question is are we gonna break this 91, or are we gonna flush down this 46 and keep flushing, sweep flushing? So we got 5 minutes. Looks like they want to get it right now because we are coming down off that point of control. Nice. Look at that short coming in. They're trying to fade this. Okay, so are we gonna sweep this low right off rip? We got it's 26. Still got some time. So are we gonna fade this, or are we just gonna grab this liquidity and then just go back upward? ES is coming down. ES is coming down right now. We are retesting. We're pulling back slightly. A higher time frame, 5 minutes. We possibly, yeah, we got a nice little push down. I want to see if we can engulf this wick, continue down as we come down to these lows, retest the bottom, and see what happens here. Because we could bounce. So like we could possibly come down, open, then bounce, come back up here, retest these tops, trap all these shorts, and then just keep going. Come up to 17,900. Or are we just gonna keep fading? But right now the NQ is bearish. We are still coming down. So this is we'll hop in a short. We'll keep it pretty tight. I wanna see if we can just keep dropping. Or are we gonna just play around? 3 contracts. Nothing too heavy. But I wanna see if we come down here. We do got a couple minutes though. So this could start. Once this starts fading, I'm gonna possibly start stacking, depending. This is risky though, but I want to see if we fade this bottom. Are we gonna fade this bottom right away? All right, we're gonna get out of that. I just didn't like how that was opening, and plus we got literally a couple seconds. We got less than 30 seconds. 30 seconds to the open. I'm gonna think it's gonna come right down, unless we just keep ripping to the upside. But We're about to get this print in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. There is that bottom side liquidity on ES. So I don't know. Are we gonna come back up, or are we gonna just fade through? So it's the true test. We did just tap that, so the new candle should be printing. Look at that. Okay. Are we gonna come up, or look at that? This is the 8:30 candle. Is that the high? Nice. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that volatility. See, are we gonna sweep these highs now? If we sweep these highs, I'm gonna get in for a long. If we stay above view up, I'm getting in on a long. If we sweep those highs, I'm getting in on a long. I wanted to get that in the market. Dang. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Look at that. We are still running. We are still running. Okay. Are we gonna break those highs, which we just broke? Okay. Might take it short, which is a little risky. Up. I'm already out. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It looks very bullish. So are we gonna engulf this candle? Alright. I just hit the yellow. It's fine. Alright.